Hello everyone, welcome back to the second part of the video where I'll be doing a PowerPoint presentations on today's chosen topic. So let's get right into it. The first question I would love to ask the audience is, have you ever wondered why are so many hotels and restaurants are struggling to find staff despite a rising demands in the hospitality industry? That's very interesting questions, right? So moving on to the main presentations, I decided to present about the hospitality sector facing a labor shortage. As we all may know, in the modern world, this issue is heavily influenced by several factors, and today I will explain briefly about how to attract and retain employees regarding these issues. To continue, this is the table of contents where I gather some essential reasons, causes, and solutions associated with the main topic. But you have to keep in mind that for this particular slide, the reasons, causes, and solutions will not be added on here, but it will be coming up on the upcoming slides. So stay tuned. Firstly, I will discuss why and the reasons the hospitality sector is experiencing a shortage of labor. Secondly, the causes of labor shortage. Thirdly, how attracting and retaining employees be related to the shortage of labor. Last but not least, what does attracting employee means and way to attract employees. Lastly, what does retaining employee means and way to retain them. So first and foremost, I will point out why the hospitality sector is experiencing shortage of labor or labor shortage. So for the first point, it is increased workload and employee burnout. So staff shortages means that existing employees must work harder and harder day by day, week by week for a certain period of times, which lead them to stress and burnout. Due to this, many of the employees tend to leave the job as a result of the high physical and emotional demands. Secondly, poor working conditions. High pressure environments, disrespectful customer, and complex management can make the job of the staff very unpleasant. Thirdly, lack of career progressions. Some employees sees hospitality job as a temporary job rather than a long-term career options. Limited training and advancements opportunity discourage them to staying in the industry longer than they should be. Moving on with the presentations. For this slide, I will present about causes of labor shortage. So before jumping on to the next slide, I firstly wanted to explain about what is causes of labor shortage and what is labor shortage mean. First and foremost, I believe that not only hospitality and tourism management sector is facing this, but many more businesses and industry out there are facing this similar kind of problems and issues. So, what is labor shortage? Labor shortage refers to a situations where there are not enough workers available to fill job vacancies in specific fields, regions, or an economy. This can happen when demands for workers exceeds the supply of qualified candidates, which will be related to the first point that will be coming up on the next slide. Moreover, for this slide, I added 4 causes that cause shortage of labor or labor shortage. So let's get right into it. For the first point, it is lack of qualified worker. For these days, the industry is struggling to find trained professionals, such as fewer people pursuing in careers for hospitality due to perceived job instability. And secondly, high turnover rate. The hospitality industry is mainly known for its high employee turnover rate, which meaning that workers frequently leave their jobs, creating that ongoing hiring training challenges for the industry or business or a work. And the third one is better job alternative. People may switch to industries that offer more stability, work life balance, or even remote work opportunities, even whereas younger workers prioritize job satisfactions, professional and personal growth, and mental well being. So, some hospitality roles fail to offer that need. Lastly, challenging workplace conditions. Mainly working in this industry means that there will be a job that involves a long hour, a high physical labor, and high stress. So if job do not offer competitive compensations, competitive pay, or benefit, or good work environments for them, people tend to avoid them more than usual. Eventually, because of these issues and reasons, worker may leave the job to pursue something else better to their liking. Before moving on to the next topic and going into more details about today's presentations, I'm going to be going a little bit sidetrack and explaining about what is employee life cycle. This is a very important topic to know and be aware of when it's come to today's presentation topic, which is attracting and retaining employees effectively and efficiently. So if you're not aware of what is employee life cycle, I'll explain it today. So, employee life cycle, it is a different stages that employees goes through during their time at the organization or workplace. Each stages throughout their circle has its own challenges and difficulties, but it's very important to HR, also known as Human Resources Department, to continuously improve their process for each stage to be better success of their employee. A poorly managed circles can contribute to labor shortage by making it difficult to attract, retain, and develop employees. As you can see in the diagram that I have given, there are 6 stages, starting off with attractions, recruitment, onboarding, development, retentions, and separation. This is kind of like a continuous circle where never stop. It keep going and going in the organizations. So far, I have talked about the labor shortage. So if business fail to attract and retain workers effectively and efficiently, over the time, the labor shortage can get worsened and worsens. The other step also play a crucial role in this employee life cycles, but today we'll only be mainly focusing on how to attract and retain employees. To proceed, how attracting and retaining employees be related to shortage of labor. So if you're wondering how is it related, so this is directly related to labor shortage. So if there is a shortage, that means that there are more demands for workers than there are availability of qualified candidate in such a competitive environments that the industry is in. So if these situations continue over the time period, this can get worsened if business struggles to hire and keep workers effectively and efficiently. How would attracting and retaining employees be related to the shortage of labor? This is related in three kind of ways, and I have mentioned in the slides. So let's start off by the first point, which is high demand but not enough qualified worker. As I mentioned in the previous slide, some training programs are not widely promoted, as we have known. Not only that, but many job seekers also lack the necessary skills that is needed for the particular jobs that they are looking for and the job is hiring for, which creates that staff shortages and affect service quality badly. Attracting employees, okay, the second one is attracting employees become difficult because there are more jobs opening than worker. So, okay. Migrant workforce where many hospitality roles were traditionally filled, but Due to immigration restrictions and problems, this strongly affect the workforce, and even as far as for those workers switching career paths, industry, and many more. This labor shortage make it difficult for the business to hire and retain staff effectively and efficiently. Other industries like tech, retails, and remote jobs offer better compensations, or we also known as better pay, flexibility, which draws workers farther away from the hospitality industry or hospitality sector. As a result of these reasons, it makes hospitality job are less attractive compared to the alternatives that I have mentioned. So far, we had reached the almost the very end of our presentations, and this is like almost last two parts. So let's start off with the very first important one, which is way to attract employees. I have chosen 4 main ways to attract employees and 4 main ways to retain employees, starting off by attract employees. So what is attracting employee means? Attracting employee refers to the business strategies and tactics to attract the right talents for the industry or the job that the industry is looking for, which involve making a job opportunity appealing to the potential candidate that will be coming up on the interviews. So let's start off with way to attract employee, the first point. So for the first point, it is be well known to having a good reputation. So attend a seminar or a workshop and find the chance to show off and present at the event. Be a regular contributor to a charity, social events, and public awareness such as advertisements, sponsorings, and many more. Have current staff and resigned staff to be an ambassador for your own business. Secondly, be known to have a great culture. Develop visions, missions, and value and aims, and share those with existing employees and make them feel value. Develop and communicate good teamwork and a comfortable workplace environments for the staff to motivate them. Looking for opportunity to disclose a great culture, the business to the outside world. Third one is offer competitive salaries and benefits, such as sick leave, parental leave, vacations, and education support if they have child and child support. Innovative hiring strategies, simple and quick applications process, use social media and job board to reach potential candidate more easily and more efficiently, which also not be time consuming. Optimize your company website to highlight the job openings, benefits, and future aims of your company. These acts can for sure seek out the talents among candidates. So to proceed, since I have talked about way to attract employee, now how do we keep them in your job or in your workplace? Which comes up with ways to retain employees, which is the 4 main way that I think is very important. So what is retaining employee means? Retaining employees refers to the strategies that business use to keep their worker engaged, satisfied, motivated, and committed to staying long term, which are very important. So let's start with way to retain employees, the first point. Create a positive work culture, a respectful and inclusive workplace for the employees, make them feel value in the workplace. Encourage them to have open communications between employees and management. The another one is employees' recognitions and rewards. Recognize employees for their contributions to the job and implements an employee recognitions program such as bonuses, gift cards, and awards. And show appreciations or offer small perks like free meals, discounts on the boutiques or restaurants or hotels that they love to go. Another one is career growth and training. Offer training and certifications program to enhance skills, which will be benefits back to the job because the skills that they receive from the training will be contribute back to the job. Provide mentorships, programs, and paths to career development. Lastly, improve leadership's management. Training managers to be supportive, fair, and approachable, as we have heard many stories in the past how they don't have a great relationship with manager. So this is a thing that we should keep in mind. Regular feedback sessions or meetings to address concerns and improve workplace morale. These factors can enhance the motivations of the staff mentality. Business can also reduce the high turnover rate and retain their best employees for the long term. So now we have reached the very end of the presentation. I had an amazing time explaining the tips and tricks I prepare and gather for today to reduce the labor shortage in the hospitality industry. And I believe that, as I mentioned, that not only hospitality industry is facing these issues, but many more are also facing these problems. So I hope it helps whoever needs of the tips. Thank you for your times and attentions for my presentations, and I'll be waiting for hearings from Asian College soon.